Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Utillian 5 and Bubbler Diamond Dab of the Day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, when you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I respond to all comments. I'm going to start this with something personal. I'm going to share with everybody. As you know, I build these videos out of what happens in my personal situation. And unfortunately, what's happened is I've been diagnosed with LVH, left ventricle hypertrophy. It is Mr. Otto's disease, and you got to deal with it. Because if you don't deal with it, you're going to have a heart attack like that. So right now, 25% chance to die instantly. I don't qualify for a implantable defibrillator. You have to have 40% chance. Have a current appointment 3 months from now to go back to the cardiologist to discuss options, surgery, catheter treatment, or a medication that can kill you. I'm not going to make that a long, drawn-out discussion, but I want to advise everybody what's going on because this is the topic. How do you maintain your attitude every day in the face of something like that? Well, people are drawn to people with positive attitude and contagious energy. Those people are upbeat and positive and don't succumb to pessimism even in the face of adversity. So how do you keep a positive mindset when it could be the end? Positive mindset is connected with optimism, courage, kindness, and frankly, it's a positive mental attitude. It's almost essential to maintain a good attitude and not give hope up when you're challenged by almost insurmountable circumstances. The optimistic person interacts with their emotions in a hopeful and constructive manner. The negative person might react and interact in an entirely different way. Positive attitude is a choice we make. You build a better reality for yourself if you choose to see it in the positive and make the most out of it. For me, the positive is we caught it early. I can still breathe. But how do you maintain that attitude? Sometimes you just don't know where to start, especially when stuff's foggy, plus when you have stuff happening constantly. Well, you got to determine your own reality. We build our own reality. Think about what that means. Novels, television shows say a lot, but in reality, you got to align yourself with your intentions. You align yourself to get where you want to go if you make a conscious effort to be self-aware of your ideas. So we need to pay attention to our thoughts and feelings. We need to determine our triggers. What causes us to be frustrated, anxious? Then we can make our choices and win the battles, not just have them. How about starting the day strong? As strong as you can start. I have a morning ritual, but I have to tell everybody, and we all know this already, that as soon as I open my eyes, put feet on the ground, the pain starts. So I don't have much time to put affirmations into place. I don't have much time to speak and exercise the words to make my morning good, to jumpstart my morning, let's say. But you need to do it if you can. And exercise is the feel-good drug. If you can't do a lot of exercise, you can do a little. If you can't move your legs, move your arms. If you can't move your arms, move your hands. Or move your fingers. I'm not kidding. Any type of physical activity causes the body's systems to interact with each other more. The body's performing, even during worry and stress. So it's important that our inspiration comes from somewhere in a good way. Because worrying about the future simply makes us feel more helpless and anxious. That's not how to put it in mindset. Read a book, watch a movie, make a creative video of your own. Hang out with positive people, talk to positive people. You don't have to share all the details of the gruesome stuff in detail, but think about it. We can't do everything ourselves, no matter how much we want to believe we can. So to keep motivated and on track, we need love. We need support of the people around us. And positive energy is truly contagious. So whether you're creating a network or even just having somebody at your house, it's crucial that that community that you have respect you. So choose your friends carefully. Look at their level of positivity and their lack of positivity, because it's going to have a tremendous impact on you, on us. It's very important to have an open mind. The propensity to take everything for granted is human. As a society, we tend to focus on the negatives in life rather than appreciating the positives. I'm still breathing. That's the positive. The never-ending cycle of dissatisfaction can be broken with appreciation. Obstacles become opportunities when they're seen with gratitude. There's always a potential to learn and develop when you overcome obstacles. Keep the open mind. There's a secret somewhere to developing a positive mental attitude, and gratitude is a powerful force. Practicing gratitude for all aspects of our life, including our relationships, work, home, creates a positive attitude. And when we show our appreciation towards others, their morale will rise and they'll be more motivated to give us good feedback. If we have pessimistic thinking, which we're all prone to, it's important for us to rewire that, especially if you're entering or have really serious issues. I've got a serious, I don't know how much more serious it can get than a serious cardiac issue. So I've got to be gentle with myself. I've got to allow myself self-compassion. I've got to try to retrain my brain that says, Senior Stoner, you're a bad person, to I'm an okay person. And when you do that, when you practice the gratitude for what you have, you'll strengthen your system, lower your blood pressure, and have a sense of accomplishment. It's important that those who are thankful and grateful really have better outcomes in their life. Individuals with a good attitude are shown by medical studies to have a better outcome following surgery. What do you think of that? So it's really important to cultivate thankfulness and gratitude, especially as you're turning a corner into something difficult. Music can help relax us. Accept where you are. You know, happiness is fleeting. When we're happier with a good attitude, we're probably better able to adapt better, and we're better able to pass on whatever's happening in our lives to other folks. You see, it's an evolution, let's call it. Acceptance, if you will, is the first step. You got to accept what's happening. You got to understand that good and bad are fleeting in this world, and that this too shall pass really does apply in many cases, because you're going to get all frenzied and worried up about something that's going to happen in 3 to 6 months from now. You're going to drive yourself crazy. If I'm going to worry about the 25% chance that I'm going to drop dead, I wouldn't even be able to open my eyes. So instead, I try to recharge my batteries. I try to love myself. I try to cultivate an attitude of acceptance of me. That's right. I've got to try to love myself. Because if I can love myself, take responsibility for every phase of my life, then I can pinpoint the source of what I feel, my joy, my love, my sincerity, my horror, and my fear. It's definitely easier to enjoy life when you realize that you have control over it. Being content with your life has a significant psychological influence, which reduces stress, reduces blood pressure, and maintains that positive outlook throughout life. Find your meaning. We all have that unique meaning in life. I've got to find it. We've all got to find it. Recognize that you've got the power to carry on, make the best of things, and keep going. When everything says it's time to quit, no one can have it all. But we can always cultivate positive energy, and that power can help ground us and keep us safe. It's critical because positivity affects our stress level and overall health. When we're positive about a situation, we're less stressed and calmer and can reason the problem out much better. So cultivating that skill is about realizing that a sense of meaning can be derived from everything, even senseless, horrible things. You don't always have to have a reason why something happens, but you can use whatever happens to learn for the next time. We need to avoid toxic positivity That's right. We got to acknowledge the pain. We've got to understand it, look it in the eyes. We've got to understand the fear of dying of a heart attack. Those emotions are part of positivity because you want to continue going. Instead of telling ourselves to move on, let our emotions lead us to whatever's going to happen, to the breakthrough, to the ability to cope. And you know what? There's a song by Heart called Alone, which I really like. And I talk about all the time how it's not good to be lonely and alone. But guess what? Sometime you got to take time to be alone. Being with other people is something you can do to make you happy. But take some time to figure out who we are, who I am, who you are individually. Find a way to measure your progress and then measure it. Understand where you've been and where you're going. All this is easier said than done, I understand it, but a positive attitude in life can help us get over any struggle you encounter. Many of us are going through difficult times right now, but try to focus on the good things in our life rather than dwelling on the horrors. If you have to make a list, do it. It's important. Look at what you're fortunate for. Look if you have a place to live. Look if you have a couple of friends in the world. Look if you have a spouse or a person who loves you as a partner. Do you have children? Think how grateful you are for them. The world's a funny place, okay? There's plenty of reasons for us to be upset and have trouble. But I can tell you this. I'm looking at a tough situation, okay? And my approach to it, God willing, is going to be to have a positive attitude. I cannot perform the surgery. I can't even stick the catheter up my artery and do the ablation. And I'm probably not going to take the medicine because of its horrible side effects. But what I can do is not freak out. It's very hard, especially about something like this. But I'm going to do my damnedest. And I'm telling everybody out there, because I want everybody to understand that's how we got to approach these things. We got to curve it, soften that sharp edge, take that blow to the head, and knock it away. This is the real Senior Stoner. And unfortunately today, I've shared with everybody that I have LVH. A cardiac issue that can cause sudden death. But I'm going to try to keep a positive attitude and move forward in life. And that's what today's video has been all about. What we've been talking about is how do you have bad things happen and still come out the other end thinking positive. This is the real Senior Stoner. You know what to do since I know you enjoyed the video or understood the video. Hit the subscribe button, send a like. I'll respond to all comments, and I truthfully appreciate every individual out there who takes their time to tune in and share their time with me. I do this for all of you. Thanks again, everybody. This is the real Senior Stoner. Have a wonderful day. It's really hot here in New Jersey today. Keep on trucking, one step at a time. Cheers, everybody.